It's a tragedy that should have not happened.
I knew the homicide rate in Bakersfield was high.
He didn't know that he was going to die.
My son died in a shootout.
So I began to question it.
And told me they were going to kill him.
To get things done, get the case closed by any means possible.
This is one of the most powerful projects I've ever been involved with.
If anybody fights, they go to jail via the hospital.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for 17 News at 5. I'm Maddie Gannon, and tonight for Jim Scott.
And I'm Tammy Melchuk. Tonight, scandalous stories filled with police corruption are trending across the nation ahead of a new docuseries set to be released on Hulu in a matter of hours. It's called Killing County.
The docuseries focuses on a deadly officer-involved shooting that ruined a family and became a notorious story that producers say highlights a bigger problem in the Bakersfield Police Department.
We have 17 News team coverage tonight. Michaela Armstrong sat down with the family of Jorge Ramirez Jr., one of the victims at the center of the series. She'll have their story coming up on 17 News at 6.
Our digital team spent the day pouring through previous reports of controversial police incidents. You can find that story and complete coverage of Killing County on our website, kget.com.
But we begin tonight with 17's Alex Fisher, who sat down with disgraced former police detective Damacio Diaz, a main voice in the series. Fisher spoke with a convicted felon about his misconduct and why he says a lot of corruption was swept under the rug.
Damacio Diaz had everything going for him in 2011. He was a successful detective and a superstar following the Disney movie McFarland USA. Then he fell from grace as he was hit with charges for orchestrating a drug ring. He became an infamous symbol of corruption in Kern County law enforcement. Now he is out of prison and speaking about his actions and why he says it all started from the top of the Bakersfield Police Department more than a decade ago. Damacio Diaz found himself on the other side of the law when he was sentenced for his crimes and sent to prison. His case garnered widespread attention.
People discovered who I was, what my background was, and I was assaulted by numerous inmates.
Diaz was convicted on a slew of charges stemming from his involvement in corruption within the Bakersfield Police Department. Take me back to 2011. You're at the top of your career.
Yeah.
You've got this movie, high-profile movie with Disney, McFarland USA, and then you find yourself committing the same crimes that you took an oath to prevent on the streets. How did this all start?
It started way before then. 2011 wasn't the beginning of all of this. I mean, it was for narcotics, but you have to understand the standard operating procedure for a cop like me, for a lot of cops, for a lot of police officers. There are things that you do, that you are asked to do, that you're expected to do. Not everyone. Not every police officer follows this path. Only a few. But the few are chosen and selected really early on, very early. There are others in position of power who identify certain traits of certain people, and once they identify that you are the kind of person who will take certain steps, they begin to develop you. You know, doing things that other cops wouldn't do, changing your story when asked to, covering for other people. So by the time I was involved in the narcotic investigation business, the map was already, I mean, the road was mapped out for me. I knew exactly what needed to be done because I had been taught and asked and expected to do certain things. So paying informants with narcotic seizures was very common for me.
Diaz was not the only one convicted. Detective Patrick Mara was also involved in the misconduct and also sentenced.
I hope that somehow, some way, the media determines or decides to print that these two officers were the only ones involved in this incident, and it's not widespread corruption.
How would you describe the culture of the Bakersfield Police Department when you were an officer?
When I was a detective with the city of Bakersfield, the culture amongst my peers, my unit, my division was to get things done, to get the case closed by any means possible. Didn't matter. Whatever the steps taken to achieve that goal were your business. You didn't have to disclose every step that you took. You didn't have to disclose or document every single step you took. You documented what was necessary to bring that case to trial or prosecution, but how you got there was your business. They didn't need to know. That was normal. That was expected. So if you took shortcuts, if you bent the rules, if you omitted certain facts or aspects of your investigation, okay, that was okay, as long as no one found out.
So it sounds like it was get the job done by any means necessary.
Yes.
At what point did you realize, oh, I'm in the wrong here?
Pretty early on, 2013, I think, is when I really began to take a look at the things we were doing, the things that I was doing. And I say that, we didn't stop then, but I began to question it. I identified that it was something we needed to correct, but I still didn't change then. I still didn't stop then.
Did you know that this was going to end in you being arrested, you serving time in prison?
No, I never thought that. At the time, I honestly believed that if the time ever came that someone would investigate us, it would be taken care of by those in power.
Because you had seen that before.
I had seen it before numerous times. I had seen it many times where bad conduct or bad decisions or wrong decisions were swept under the rug or covered up or taken care of. And so we were accomplishing the goal of our unit. We were seizing a lot of narcotics. We were putting people in prison who were dealing and selling drugs, and we were on top of our game. And I'm not saying that to boast, because it's a reality. We were seizing numbers that were unseen before. And so our bosses, I got dozens of, positive evaluations from my superiors, all the way to the top. And so I believed at the time, I was led to believe that things would be taken care of if anyone ever looked into our unit.
In 2013, Jorge Ramirez was shot and killed by Bakersfield police outside the 4 Point Sheraton Hotel. It later came out Diaz and Mara were involved in making Ramirez an off-the-books informant. Diaz claims he never knew the man.
I never met him. He's not my informant.
So at what point did you realize I'm being linked to Ramirez's name?
Immediately, as God is my witness. He was not my informant. I never met him. I don't know why or how my name was associated with his, but I think it was for publicity. I think it was because it fit the narrative at the time.
Diaz was placed on administrative leave in February 2015. He was arrested later that year. About 3 months after his arrest, Diaz resigned from the police department. Diaz pleaded guilty to stealing meth and marijuana. He gave the drugs to a businessman to get the drugs back on the streets. And while he was involved and admits to the corruption, he claims During his time in the department, between the late 90s up until his arrest in 2016, it was not uncommon to have corrupt officers who followed corrupt procedures.
Being a police officer in Kern County was different than being a police officer in other counties. So in order to achieve the goal of enforcing the law, sometimes, police officers take extra steps. I remember as a young cop, I was 23 years old, and I remember being taught that if anybody runs or shoots at the police, that person goes to jail via the hospital or a morgue. And that was normal. And it has been normal for who knows how long. All of my friends were big supporters of law enforcement, and they still are, as am I. Huge supporter of police and law enforcement. But the times have changed, and I cannot live with myself any longer, knowing that my son or my brothers, my nephews, could possibly be treated the way I treated certain people. It was wrong. It was wrong to take advantage of people, to not be truthful about the things that actually happened.
Diaz told me there were other Bakersfield police officers involved in misconduct during his time as a detective, but won't name names. Alex Fisher, 17 News.
We reached out to the Bakersfield Police Department about our interview with Diaz. A department spokesperson says the Federal Bureau of Investigation investigated the corruption of Mr. Diaz. Any and all additional claims made by Diaz at the time were also handled by the FBI. As a result of the FBI investigation, Mr. Diaz was sentenced to federal prison for betraying the trust of his community and coworkers. No other criminal acts were substantiated after thorough inquiry.